What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Go ahead, hit that subscribe button. I hope you like this video. This is going to be your review for Project Runway Season 18, Episode 8. Buckle up, because this one might be a little long-winded, because I got a lot to say. First of all, last night's episode was my favorite episode. Not because of the fashions, but because there was so many different stories going on in this particular episode. I was so mad last night that it got late and I didn't want to halfway do the video, and I was like, I can't wait to get home so I can do this video tonight. So, and y'all know, y'all don't usually get y'all Project Runway videos this fast, so y'all know I must like it. Now, with that being said, this particular challenge, this episode, was dealing with sheer material. Sheer is tricky. That damn trench coat that Carly had on the runway was everything. Do you hear what I'm telling you? First of all, I love a good trench coat. I love a good trench coat. I used to live for damn Scandal when that damn Olivia Pope would pop up a new trench coat. Bitch. So one day challenge. So y'all know that's always an issue. You know, that's always challenging when it's a one day challenge. Now, I already knew we was in for some bull. This might not get monetized because I got some stuff on my tongue. I already knew we was in for some bullshit when Victoria ass is gonna say, "What is sheer?" Now I'm gonna give you that. I'm gonna give it to you that you might not have known what sheer meant. But when they showed you what it was and you saw examples of what it was, stop playing with me, Victoria. Stop playing with me. Because here's the thing. I'm an educator, and I'm all about different styles of learning, and I understand that there are language barriers. So like I said, when they said the word sheer, you may not have known what they were talking about. But Carly had on an example. An example. When you went to Mood, you could have asked. Christian was trying. I ain't got there yet. I done got ahead of myself, but we're going to get there. Christian was trying to get you to pick different types of sheer. He kept telling you, look down this aisle, look down that aisle, check this out, try this material. He kept trying to help you. And what did you do? I don't like that. I'm not going there. I don't want that. We're going to get back to Miss Victoria's ass. Now, Young. After they got their challenge, they picked their models and everything. They went back. Young is sick. I told you guys last week that I believe that Young has something else going on that they're not telling us. And they don't have to. Okay, let me be clear. They don't have to share that. But I feel like everybody was way too easy to accept her leaving. Because she ended up leaving. I got so much to say. I'm talking ahead of myself. Young left the competition. She said that her mind was telling her yes, but her body was telling her no. And she just could not get it together. She didn't have the energy. I mean, she couldn't even lift her fork to feed herself. Okay, I'm not going to say that's not exhaustion. That is exhaustion. We know that. But that's exhaustion on a whole nother level. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, all of them are under the same type of pressure. Poor Jeffrey, I thought, was going to give himself a mental breakdown the first couple of weeks. I mean, because he just gets in his head so much. But production was very nice about it. Her co-stars were very nice about it. And everybody was very understanding. They didn't want to see her leave. They were very upset by her leaving, but they definitely respected her decision and understood it. And like I said, I think she came on this show with a health issue that she knew about. She probably disclosed to production. She may or may not have shared it with any of her co-workers. I keep saying co-workers, but y'all know what I'm saying. But anyway, so Young left the competition. So as a result of Young leaving the competition, someone else was allowed to come back. And the fairest way to do it is, they say first hired, last hired, first fired. Well, in this case, last fired, first hired. So they brought Marquise back. And I thought that was the fairest way to do it. I personally would have, and no disrespect, Marquise, I like you, boo. But I personally would have liked to have seen Shavi come back. I really liked Shavi. But Shavi or Marquise, because I think both of them, because both of them are self-taught, I think both of them ran into not an issue of talent, but an issue of time with talent. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, So we're glad to see Marquise back. He had to get the model that was left, but he was like, I don't care. I'm here for it. I'm ready to do this challenge. I'm ready for it. I'm gung ho. They're at Mood, and like I said before, Christian keeps trying to direct them. He said, look, everybody is going for chiffon. Everybody is going for the low-hanging fruit. Everybody is going for the easy, sheer material. He was trying to point them in other directions. He said, look, these aisles are empty, and there are rows and rows and rows of material here. I have a question, y'all. Y'all diehard Bravo, not Bravo, y'all diehard Project Runway watchers. Tell me this, riddle me this. Are they not allowed to go to Mood beforehand and kind of scope things out? Because they only have 30 minutes. I think the first couple of times they go to Mood, they probably have like 45 minutes. But you have a short amount of time to get whatever it is you need to get. Are they allowed to kind of like, once they apply for the show, are they like not allowed to ever like step in Mood? Like if you live in the city, right? And you like, I need to know where everything is. So if I get on the show, I'll know where the wool is. I'll know where the silk is. Anyway, that was just a question that popped in my head. But I'm sure somebody in the comments will let me know. But neither here nor there. Christian was trying to tell them, look, let's go here. Let's go there. Try this, try that. Wasn't nobody paying Christian no mind. I think between the people who already had an idea in their mind, and then people like Victoria who had no idea where to go, but she still, Victoria don't want to listen to nobody. She don't want to listen to nobody. She thinks she knows everything and she's got everything. And the other thing is, she cannot take criticism. I don't know what her life has been where she's never been. I'm not going to say she's never been criticized, but where she is in her life right now, she cannot take criticism. We're going to get back to Victoria's ass. So, Sergio, of course, is ready, honey. He said that he did a whole collection with sheer materials, and he is ready to make it happen. Everybody seemed like they were ready to rock and roll. Okay, so we get back to the workroom. Everybody is rolling. Everybody's making it work. I loved what I heard Delvin say. Yeah, I didn't even take no notes. I loved what I heard Delvin say when he had his session with Christian, and he was saying he's trying to make sure it doesn't look matronly, because y'all know that has been a slight criticism of Delvin, is that some of his clothes looks aged. So I love the fact that he is editing himself and he is internalizing it. The other thing that they asked a lot of their models was, how comfortable are you with nudity? Like, because again, they wanted to be sheer. They had to show that it was sheer, but they had to still be tasteful about it. And so they were like, well, how comfortable are you with nudity? Like, what are you comfortable showing? And so I think all of designers were very respectful of their models' limitations or parameters of what they were comfortable with. So I can respect that. Chelsea, I liked Chelsea's first look. I think she took Christian's critique to the extreme. I think she had like a ruffle. It was like a sheer ruffle. It reminded me of like something the Supremes would have worn, like a 1960s, like ruffle dress. It's hard to describe. But I think what Christian was telling her was that maybe you had maybe too many ruffles. Like he was saying, you're not showing any of the body and it doesn't have any form. So she was missing that part of the challenge, but she went from that way to another extreme. And I was just like, I think maybe you internalized his critique too much. Now, the biggest critique that set this whole thing off was Christian telling Victoria that she's making the same damn dress. Christian, thank you. I'm glad somebody finally told her that she's making the same damn dress. And he told her, he said, you can't keep making this same dress. You just can't keep making the same dress. It's not the same dress. It's the exact same dress. And with the exact same peekaboo, with the exact same asymmetrical. It is the exact same damn dress that you have made. And he told her that. He said, you've made this dress 5 times. He said, I think you are an awesome tailor. I think you make great garments. But it's the same garment. Oh, honey. That's what set it off. From that point on, Victoria got in her own head. She couldn't take the criticism. She was trying to tell him and explain to him that she did not. It was not the same dress, and she got an attitude. And then her attitude was, well, fine, then I'm just going to quit. Okay. Let me tell y'all something. Let me tell you the rest of y'all contestants, everybody except for Delvin. Because I think Delvin gave her about 2 minutes of his time, and then he went on back to minding his business, okay? Let me tell you something. Don't none of y'all never, ever, ever again spend that much time and energy trying to convince your competition to stay in a competition. Brittany, that's bullshit what you said, talking about, well, in order to be the best, I have to beat the best, and if the best isn't in the competition, then it doesn't mean anything. Bullshit, because the best didn't stay. Because let me tell you something, if she was the best, then she wouldn't let a criticism or let a critique run her off. She ain't the best. The best is who stays in the competition and fights to the end. I don't give a damn what you think people's skill level is. That's the best. Because, see, those are the ones that will beat your ass. Y'all ain't never heard, the race is not given to the swift nor the strong. It is he who endures to the end. I ain't trying to go Bible on y'all, but I'm just saying it is true. Stop acting. I sat there, I said, y'all, and I know it was edited, so it was probably really about 5 to 10 minutes, but I don't give a damn how long it was. It was 10 minutes too long. I would have said, Victoria, you sure? All right, girl, well, make sure you leave me your IG information, okay? I want to see other colors of this asymmetrical dress that you just gonna make 10 more versions of. I would have went right on, took my happy ass right on back in that song room and went back to work. See, Delvin, that's when you were supposed to put your little white coat on and turn your ass and keep it moving. But like I said, I feel like Delvin gave him about 5 minutes of his time. And he was still there, but he stopped talking a long time ago. I wish I would have spent that much time convincing the person that I'm competing against to stay in the object of the game is to be the last man standing. I don't give a damn how it happens. I was so mad at them. I was like, are they really sitting here begging this woman to stay in the damn competition? Have they lost their damn mind? And that's another reason why I feel like they sort of knew it was more going on with Dai Young, because I ain't see them fighting that hard for Dai Young, and I know they really liked her. I know it was no shade. I think they just understood that this was bigger than, oh, she just needs a little bit of rest. Because I've seen other seasons where they've asked if somebody could just take a rest, or they've tried. I've seen other seasons where they've tried to make stuff work when people get sick. And with Dai Young, it seemed like they were real quick to just be like, all right, girl, well, it's been real. Like, I feel like they were real quick. And again, not in a shady way, just in a, they understood it was more to it. All right, moving on. So then, after that, after they begged this woman to stay in the country, because she talking about something, I would rather quit on my own than be sent home. That is somebody who really, truly cannot take criticism. You would rather quit. You would rather be labeled a quitter rather than your garment be at the bottom and they say your time here is done. Because here's the thing that pisses me off, and I promise y'all, I believe this into the bottom of my soul, and this is no dig on Christian, which Christian was cracking me up this episode. Christian was so damn shady and funny all at the same time. But anyway, I believe if Victoria had been the one they sent home, I believe Christian would have used his save on her. I believe it. I believe it. And I just spoiled it for y'all. I'm sorry. Because I'm talking all over the place, y'all. I'm sorry. So, that was the big thing. So, the next day they come back. You know, they had 2 hours or 4 hours before the runway. Victoria then laid down there and took a nap and looked at the wall. And then she finally going to come back in and say she's going to stay in the competition. Made this big announcement. I'm going to stay. Bitch, I don't care. Bye. I've been told you to leave. Talking about, well, you know, I just thought about my husband and everything that he's done for me, and he's never given up on me, so I can't give up on myself. Okay. All right, girl. Then, so she comes in the next day and she throws together a dress. And what does she make? An asymmetrical dress with a little peekaboo cutout in the waist. The only difference is that it's poorly made instead of it being her immaculate tailoring. Y'all playing games with me, Project Runway. You playing games. But it don't matter because, like I said, even if they had sent her home, I think Christian would have used his save on her. I really, because that's what I thought was going to happen. I thought that she was going to end up throwing something together, putting it down the runway, that she was going to be in the bottom, and then Christian was going to use his save. Now I have told y'all everything, but let's get to it. So, um, um, Sergio's dress, I liked Sergio's dress. It was sheer underneath with like a black dress, and it had like little tassels on it or whatever. I really liked Sergio's dress very much. Brittany's outfit was really cute. It was a sheer outfit with like shorts. It looked like something you could wear to like a nice garden party, like an upscale summer outdoor event. It was cute. I liked it. It was pink. It had like flared out shoulders, arms. I thought it was really cute. I really thought I didn't think Brittany would be at the bottom. I thought Brittany would either be safe or maybe at the top, depending on the other things that we saw. So I liked Brittany. Oh, that's the other thing. The tops and the bottoms this episode threw me off too. So I'm gonna go through, since we're down to 7 people. I'm gonna go a little bit through it. Marquise did a really good job. I liked his dress. His model was more full figure, and I think he did a good job of accenting her figure without it looking bad. I think she looked nice. I think he definitely highlighted her figure without it looking. He was respectful of it. I don't know how the word I'm looking for. Now, Jeffrey's dress I thought was cute. I liked it. Jeffrey did a total sheer bra. He only put little things to cover up the nipples, so there was, her titties was doing this. And of course she was doing that extra hard model walk, so it was, I think had he put a nude bra, so it would have still given the illusion of breast that her breasts were bare, I think it would have been a better look, because I think that kind of threw off because I really did like the dress. I just didn't like that breast thing working underneath. And it wasn't because he was showing her breasts. I just think the way that they were moving while she was walking wasn't attractive. It took away from the dress. Chelsea made sort of like it looked like a doctor's coat, like a sheer doctor's coat with the arms cut out. And then up top, she had like a bandello. What they call those things? Like a bandello up top. It was just like a mock bra. It wasn't even like a real bra. I didn't like it, Chelsea. And I felt bad because in my mind I was thinking, why didn't you stick with that dress? Like, she went from that 1960s a la Supremes ruffle sheer dress to a doctor's coat. I didn't know where in her mind that is the critique she heard from Christian. I don't know. I don't know where she heard that critique from. Anyway, Nancy's dress was really nice. It was very upscale prom. It looked like it could be somebody's prom dress, but it looked like it could be at after hour. It didn't look teenagey prom. It was nice. I liked Victoria's look. Nancy's look as well. Then Victoria's look came down the runway. I already told y'all that shit was trash. Look, let me tell you something. That thing was trash. Delvin's dress was gorgeous. He had a flared out sheer skirt. I thought it was beautiful with a like a halter top. I thought Delvin should have been in the top. I just told you he wasn't, but I thought he should have been in the top. His look actually, the halter top wasn't my favorite, but that skirt was my favorite look. I loved that skirt. I loved it. I thought it was gorgeous. And as much as I have to admit it, probably my second favorite look was Sergio. Credit where credit is due. I really liked Sergio's dress. But, of course he knew it was the best dress on the runway. Now, Brittany and Delvin were safe. And, of course, Brittany was like, are you kidding me? What? I can't believe we're safe. I was okay with her being safe. I wouldn't have been okay with her being in the bottom. So, with Delvin, but now Delvin, I thought Delvin should have been in the top. That's just my 2 cents. The top was Jeffrey. I'm not Jeffrey. The top was Sergio and Nancy. I believe they were the 2 tops. There might have been a third person. You know how they always pick like a third person that's not really at the top, but they just kind of got to throw 3 people in there. Then the bottom was Victoria and Chelsea. They had Jeffrey in there, but not because of his dress, but because they didn't like the way the breasts, like I was telling you guys, the way the breasts were kind of hanging with the dress. So he was pretty much safe. Marquise was safe. They really liked Marquise. They thought he did a good job. They thought he made a great comeback, and he was safe. As far as the top is concerned, Sergio won, and he got the last immunity of the season. The bottom 2 came down to Chelsea and Victoria. And Victoria did that whole, I didn't understand the challenge, and I was going to quit because I don't want to, I'd rather, I'd rather quit on my own than be sent home. And what stopped me was my son, my husband. And she, but she had a nasty attitude, even with the judges. And she had that whole, but when she started that whole, I didn't understand the challenge, and they were all like, but we showed you, and you had examples, and you had Christian. Like, they ain't let her off the hook. So when that didn't work, then she started with the sob story about her language barrier, and she just didn't know what sheer meant. And then she went to, well, it's just, I just don't know. I don't like being in the bottom, and I just don't know what to do being in the bottom, and I'm just not a bottom person. And I mean, it was just terrible that the judges were just like. And again, I think it's a situation where what saved Victoria was the fact that she had been in the top so many times, and that was her first time really being in the bottom. So I think they gave her the benefit of the doubt on this one. And Chelsea, who I don't think Chelsea had been on the bottom, but she had been safe a lot, so they didn't have as much to compare to with her. Baby, Chelsea went home. They done. And there's a part of me that was hoping that Christian would use his save. But I'm telling you who he's saving his save for. I think he would use his save. I already told you I think he would use his save on Victoria. I think he would use his save on Delvin. And I think he would use his save on Jeffrey. I do not think he will use his save on Nancy, Marquise, maybe Brittany. Maybe he would use his save. Maybe he would use his save on Brittany. I'm not sure. Brittany has won a couple of challenges and stuff like that, but I don't know if Brittany's personality has won Christian over. But I think that Christian genuinely likes Delvin, and genuinely, I definitely think he would have used his save if Victoria had gotten sent home. Anyway, y'all, this is long and rambling, but yeah, y'all, this one got me. This was a good episode. This one really got me. We are getting down to the wire, ladies and gentlemen, and let's see, we're down to 7 people now. So I mean, this week they only had 2 safe designers. So pretty certain either next week or the week after next is going to be when basically everybody stays on the stage and everybody gets a critique. So let me know what y'all think. Drop it in the comments, please.